Niggas ain't finna kept me training like an athlete. We start running jump, to walk on that mile fast. Who wanna jump? Relax with the priest and the prophets. Man, it's all coming to pass. We can't just cop the crash up, sword in my last. Sit off in our classes, jump off my head, don't you go right here, reprobation, run for your place. Not cash, reprobate, got carrots at their asses. Christ coming for the few, not the masses. Hands of war, that could drop. I can close to be considered. It's my duty, that's my job. I'm not a smoking for the sun. Everything is not the vibe. I feel it, that's like buying down. Let it rock, damn I'm not. When we saw the next, all that hands of war, that could drop. I can close to be considered. It's my duty, that's my job. Flex up and get drunk. What's the topic of the day? Say the right hands and down. As the Bible speaks up with the face I spell. I'll make them quake from a mile away. My trouble don't ever ease up. Never celebrities, I will bend up until God before I better season. I'm not a man, please. What the hell is leisure? I'm a full finger, savage up a felonies. All you home alone people considering the keys. I take orders with authority, that's what I'm authority. I smoke the game with orderly and do my thing exorbitant. The few must say majority, sleeping up the sword. Speaking for the board, every dripping up before the cross. Teaching often the no longer feeling. Go to the ground and stop and see. Even you can tell, come to Jesus, working on the clock this weekend. In the bed, opportunity, should have run some off the street. And equal rest of property. Many runs the top of spirit. And the clock I'm on the feet. Get protection from the heat. Let the next renegade. In the heat of special shit. You can move and catch the place. I'm showing up until the first thing right this act of being rehearsed. The only thing that you discovered when you get hurt. If it's your clergy system, I cannot just only be the only catch that word is that courage into war that could drop. I can feel you be considered. It's my duty, that's my job. I was nothing no reflect. Everything is not the web. I put you step like Ryan Cat. Better rock, hell not. You'll be flawless next color and the war that could drop. I can feel you be considered. It's my duty, that's my job. Flex up and get dropped. Flex up and get dropped. Flex, flex.
He's here. You're not hustling.
You ain't no time losing your time.
It's about to work.
You know why? Just like you ain't know what your boy said, it ain't gonna happen. Guess what? I'm not letting nobody tell you drugs without me saying that.
Trying to find something to follow. Man, loyalty, every man trying to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sound. Got the trade so back. Trying to even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I stroke. Now I'm sitting flying with the man blues, but it's the top smoke. Running with no clothes, trying to find direction. The world got the text. Pick up a bad nigga habit, that's a red bird from the fresh. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good breakfast. Got the bottle one that is so tough, trying to find a good ship. Plus you know like how to do it.
I would do it like that. I just did it like
listen well, tough what I tell. No gonna be called.
He'll let you know.
Something better rep with no
he gotta send that.
tell I was sick with Lord. Got a tongue like a two-edged sword, with a style that they might just record. The only thing equal is the curse for the wicked and the righteous reward. Have mercy on the men who don't see it, separated from the tares. Now, on my prayers, and it's so big. A rebel, take the world by word of mouth. UPK, we the rebels that you heard about. Yeah. And it ain't gonna stop till 100 virgins in the house and I'm hanging virgins out. Yeah, right, you ain't heard it clout without a shadow of a doubt. You never see the things off. Look, the bank on like it's on the pocket, taking off. Can't sweet thoughts, cannot stop. Plus I know the feds watching us. Telling people that they church full of witch doctors. Put us in prison and stop violence. Meanwhile, you be taken from the rebels in the rock bottom. And leave for mighty men. And now I understand things that never truly made sense. Like one crime that you slew the root for a criminal, knowing you ain't innocent. It's fucked up. From my boot shop, sitting between two priests, about to blaze on their heads, call it tough love. Look out for niggas just blood, and wouldn't touch a white bitch with OJ's black blood. Father, forgive me for forever. I'm forever by your side, thinking first shit of all my flaws. This the reason I'm alive. Thank God for the truth. Cause for a long time, it's a rebel without a call.
Look, man, first time I'm making money junior high, man, at 3807.
Rebel without a call.
My little daughter with me. Open the door, he's dropping the truth on me and all that.
Rebel without a call.
Man, you know, you do your time, we taking them out, training that hand-to-hand combat.
Rebel without a call. It's the reason I'm
Sign me
alive.
up,
Thank
nigga.
God for this truth. Cause for a long time, it's a rebel without a call.
You cannot move us. We're already dead. We're already beaten down. We've been beaten down for 400 years. We already got wounds inside and outside our body. How you gonna hurt us? You cannot threaten us. You cannot frighten us. We live in the most frightening places, under the most frightening conditions. We are immune to fear. We are immune to harm. You see what I'm saying? You have stepped into a cesspool. You're the only one gonna get infected.
Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakathum, to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Elathah, Hashem Yahweh, to the sisters. This is the California Lashawan Qadash class. I'm Officer Kapar. The Lashawan Qadash stands for Holy Tongue. As you can see, this is the Holy Tongue. This is a biblical language that we got from the Lord, and it was passed down to our forefathers. And what we do in the Isupk, we teach our people the history about the Lashawan Qadash because we do want to regain our heritage, because we were beaten and stripped of our heritage. Now it's time that we get back to the knowledge of that the Lord gave us, and now we should give it back to the people. Please like and share the class. We want everybody to get edified on the Lashawan Qadash of the 12 tribes, either the black, so-called, Hispanic, and Native American. We want you to get edified as well so we can all push this through and so we can all be speaking that language. When the Lord comes back, especially when the angels come, they may be saluting us. How about we want to know what they're saying, so it's very important that we get this down. We have this class every Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Just like we have all the other classes throughout the week. Our classes are from Tuesday to Saturday. The classes from Tuesday to Friday are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Our Sabbath service starts from 11:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. Like I said, and I'm going to have Trooper Karam Mashat come up here. He's going to start writing out the alphabets for you. We're going to start with the ancient, and then we're going to go into the Assyrian. The Assyrian is kind of like the bastardized language of the ancient, which our people, we spoke the ancient. So we go through that as well, just for those naysayers, and they may say some things where it's more of a Yiddish, like I said, the Assyrian is more of a Yiddish type of language, and us being people of the Lord and us knowing our history, this is why we study both, just in case those people want to battle, because understand that we are undisputed, undefeated, and there's no one that can come against this truth, because this truth is of the Lord. So we're going to go ahead and go into the alphabets. We're going to start with the Assyrian, and then we're going to go, we're going to start with the ancient, and then we're going to go into the Assyrian. So I'm going to have Trooper Karam Mashat come up here, and he's going to go ahead and write out the alphabets for you. If you do have any questions, if you are following along in the class, the WADA, that means thank you in the Hebrew. If you do need a chart, if you can put it in the comment board. and I'll try to get you a chart promptly. So next time you're following along with the class, you can have it in front of you, so it makes it a lot easier for you to follow along. But if you are in class and you have a pen and paper, go ahead and try to write it out. This is the best thing to do. Just study and get yourself approved. Show yourself approved, and this is how you get the knowledge. The best way is to go hands on. So like I said, go ahead and follow along. Get a pen and paper. If you do need a chart, go ahead and put it in the comment board. I can pass one to you. You have a chart already?
Yeah, it's in the car.
You want to go get it?
Yeah.
Hey, come on. I'll walk you out there.
Thank you.
I wouldn't be my nose boy. Do that, honey. See my phone. Take my phone out, baby. I show him what's He's my in. So yeah, you go drink that. It's separated that. So bad, yeah. So bad.
Make sure if he wants to give it to him. Give it to him.
There.
It's very important that you get down into your heritage, man. The Lashawan Qadash is the heritage of the 12 tribes of Israel. Our forefathers, our foremothers spoke in this language. And you can even look up the cobblestone, which is a Native American stone. It was written in the ancient. So a lot of naysayers who like to speak and say, oh, the Native American is not the so-called, they're not of the 12 tribes. In fact, they are. You just got to get your history down, get your spirit in check. Stop being an internet Hebrew. Go ahead and lace them up, man. If you're a strong-willed brother or sister, man, you're a brother, man, getting all black and getting class. Get with your nearest camp leader and nearest officer in your state. You know what I mean? You want to get right, man. This is high times, man. The Spirit of the Lord is waking His people up. It's time for you to be that person, man. Answer that call to stop being weak. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go into the alphabets for you. This is A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. See, this is a Cha. There's a sound that's similar to this, but this is a Cha. Like that. Cha, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Tha. Those are the sounds of the alphabets in the Lashawan Qadash, which is the holy tongue. I'll go over them I'll go over 2 more times just to go into it. So if you guys take your time and you're writing this down, as you should be, you should start getting more of the understanding. You do this at home, you keep practicing these sounds. And you do it like the alphabets, how they go A, B, C, D, like you learn from the colonial, like what we learn from our oppressor. Instead, you learn this from your brother, man. We got this from the Lord. So me just saying, I'm just being a messenger. So, like I said, it's like the alphabet side. Like you learn in the colonized language, the A, B, C. This is Abagada Hawa. Like that's how you want to be able to know your language. You want to be able to know it. This should be second nature. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important that you do get the understanding of who you are as a person, especially being stripped of your heritage. You know, the black man, the so-called Hispanic brother, you know, when we go into the English language, the Spanish language, we treat them like they're ours. And we got the slangs for them and all that, and Spanish and English. This ain't our language. This is the language of our oppressor. This is why it's important for us to learn our language, take our heritage back. You know what I'm saying? Because we are going to rebuild the kingdom. And in the kingdom, ain't nobody, I definitely don't want to hear no damn English. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear my brother speak, hey, shalom. Shalom, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh, Shabbat, You know, I want to hear my brother speak. We want to hear our holy tongue because it's ours. And to be holy means to be separate. And we are separate people as far as our swag, everything. Like I said, we go and take these languages from our oppressors and we put a slang to it. And, you know, and they turn around and call our slang Ebonics. They try to steal it from us and try to give it to us. And they go turn around and sell it and try to sell it like it's something to be sold, and then but not knowing that our slang changes every damn day. That's how the blacks and Hispanics, the Lord said we are the salt of the earth. We give the earth flavor. So you understand how we come, and when we come around with our language, the way we speak, how we take this language, the English language, and we flip it. How we take some of the way that their style, and then we recreate our own style. You know what I'm saying? Because we are the great inventors. You know, in history, in the world, the Lord made us a separate and a holy people, and we have to start living like that. So now, and this is why it's important that you get your heritage down, your culture, your true culture. Not trying to be no African, because if you go deep into it, the Africans don't even accept you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be a Spaniard, because if you go into it and being a Hispanic brother, the Spaniards don't even accept you because they know who their people are. It's just time that we understand who our people are. This is why we have to get into our heritage. Right. But I'm going to go back over the sounds again. This is Abagada, Hawaza, Ka, Taya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Za, Kwa, Ra, Shada. Those are the sounds of our alphabets in the holy tongue. That's why it's important that you go ahead and write it down. You start practicing it at home, you know, because we do write in and we do speak in the Lashawan Qadash. And don't get it wrong, you hear a lot of people saying, oh, this is the white man's book and da-da-da-da, and they like to say a lot of things, but I'm going to show you something. Give me a second. So they say, okay, like when I said the Lashawan Qadash is ours, right? Do you know, in fact, we do have a holy Bible, right? And the Lashawan Qadash. This is our holy Bible right here. And this is not written in Greek. As you can check a look at that. It's not written in Greek. It's not written in anything that you understand. This is the Lashawan Qadash right here. This is our tongue, our native tongue. You know what I'm saying? This resonates to our spirit. I don't know if this brother has seen one, but this is the holy Bible right here. So a lot of people like to say, oh, the Bible was written by the white man. No, it wasn't. The Bible was written for the blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. That's waking our people up. The Bible, in fact, condemns the white man. He lets you know that the white man is the devil, not with the horns, but a deceiver. So I don't think this is a book written from a white man. So don't let the blackity-black nation get you confused, making you think, oh, we got to go back to Egypt. Egypt was destroyed. Just like America will be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? This time the Lord is going to destroy it by nuclear fire. understand that. And we love, and everything that's going on, and with all this racism and all these things going on in the world, that's nothing but the Lord. But give me a second. I hear knocking on the door. I gotta go double check that. Oh no, Salaki. Okay, that's it. Kids on the punching bag. Salaki. I'm gonna go back over the sounds real quick, and then I'm gonna erase it, and then we're gonna go into the Assyrian, and I'll go through the Assyrian with you after I get done. This is Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Tza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Da. Those are our sounds in the Lashawan Qadash, the holy tongue, the tongue of the Lord, not the tongue of your oppressor. We have to get out of that spirit. We have to get out of that spirit, come into our own, come into what the Lord gave to us. This is why he gave us the Lashawan Qadash. The white man beat us, stripped us, raped us, did the most wickedest things he could to take this away from us. This is why the Isupk since 1969, the Commanding Junior Yohana has bringing this truth back out so you can see it. So don't let all these other naysayers talk all that junk. If they ain't teaching the Lashawan Qadash and they're not getting it from Isupk, they do not have it. That's why we are the home of the truth. And that's no doubt about it. Before I got into the truth, I was looking at all these little fake groups, and I was always finding the chink in their armory until I seen Captain Tazariak slaying a lot of brothers. Then I have to go back and I start looking at the history of everything that he was talking about. And I said, whoa, this brother's on fire. I said, if I get with some brothers, I want to get with some brothers like them. Right. They were militant, they were solid, and they were honest. And then guess what? The Lord brought the Isupk to Victorville where I was living at. Most High in Christ. And ever since then, I've been holding my sword, and I'm not going to drop my sword until all the brothers out there, man, stay strong. Our sisters, you too, stay strong in this truth. We know how the world is. The world tries to push us back, but we got to keep pushing forward because we are building this kingdom. The American kingdom will be destroyed. Do not be comfortable here. Do never be comfortable here. But these are the sounds. We're going to go ahead and take this down, and I'm going to go ahead and have the brother come back up. And he's going to write out the Assyrian. Like I said, the Assyrian is more of the Yiddish bastardized version of the ancient. But yet it's still used. The so-called Jewish man who was really not a Jew, but the synagogue of Satan, you know, Revelation chapter 2, verse 9. He is the synagogue of Satan. He uses the Assyrian. But we're ready to battle him too. But we're going to go ahead and write out the Assyrian alpha. We're going to write out the Lashawan and the Assyrian. And the water for you guys. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys. Please like and share the class. We do want all of Israel to be edified. We want our people to get a true understanding of their language, of their heritage. Because we know who we are. We realize General Yohana has sharpened us up, has woken this game up. The Lord has given him the spirit to wake other brothers up. And we are running with this truth. And that's what you need to do out here in America. You do not be comfortable. These days are perishing. These days are going by. Don't be comfortable under any administration. Don't think about voting. You vote for the Lord. You let the Lord lead the vote. A lot of people want to say, "Oh, I ain't voting for nobody." Right. I'm voting for Yahweh Shai. I'm waiting for him to come back with these angels. And when they come back, whoa. Just like I said, whoa means destruction. Be prepared to get corrected. Sisters and brothers, we ain't going to be worried about no one. You're going to be worried about a big boom, a big boom. You know, I know we love our music, but don't get lost in it. You know, we are kingdom building. We are a nation of kings, of princes, not king, princes. Princesses, you believe that? Our women and our men, we have to wake up. We are not the whores and all the monstrous things you could think of that our nation has been doing. We've been brainwashed by the society to be these things. That's why it's very in tune to be with the Isupk, get this heritage, you know what I'm saying, get a proper understanding, get scripture breakdown, because we have that, get that brotherhood, get that law down. We have all those classes through Tuesday through Friday. Even we have the Sabbath service, which is 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. We have a lot of different classes so you can get proper understanding of the Bible. So you may be reading something at home and you struggling with the passage, you know, you're studying with something, a precept or something. You know, we have a scripture breakdown on Thursday. And California is under Captain Qadash. You know what I'm saying? In other states, they have other scripture breakdown with mighty men. And you are going to get the same answer every time from you, brother. It's not going to be mixed answers. You're going to get the correct answers. You know, we don't vibe together and have different ideas and thoughts. We all on the same accord. Now, this is one body. And you have to be a part of the body. Don't be weak and try to come up with your own thoughts and learn from the internet. Don't let the internet teach you. That's why there's brotherhood. We can come together. I may struggle with something. That's why I got a brother who's going to help me. That's why we build. It's all about brotherhood and sisterhood. That's why you got to get in class and get proper understanding about these classes. All right, now I'm teaching a language class, like I said, the Holy Tongue. We are waking our people up to the Holy Tongue. Well, the Lord is waking our people up to the Holy Tongue. I would have never knew this if I wouldn't have been in the Isupk. I'd still been getting high and doing whatever I wanted to do, not realizing that I was destroying myself and giving the devil what he wanted. Giving America what they wanted. They wanted to be high and docile, weak people. Instead of the warriors that the Isupk is building up. Right. In the Assyrian, there's a double character for the alphabet. As you can see, some of these alphabets that the brother's writing out, I'll try to let him finish off. There are double characters. There's a beginning, and a middle, and an ending character. And I'll break that down as we go along. If you have a pen and a paper and you're following along, that's Tawab. If you need a chart, just go ahead and put it in the comment board on Facebook, and I will try to get it back to you via messenger, or if you leave your email on YouTube, I can send it to you through email. It's no sweat. Yes, so when you are in the class, you can follow along a little more prompt, or you can write it out right here. Hands-on is always the best way. And if you are in the San Bernardino area, which one of our schools is located, we're at 246 East Highland Avenue, San Bernardino, California. Please get with a captain or an officer first, and we'll schedule you to come in and join the classes. But we do have classes almost every day of the week. Like I said, from Tuesday to Saturday. What? Okay, I'm gonna go back through the sounds with you guys. This is ah. This is the ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka. You see, it's a double character. This is the same. This is the same sound, but it's used. This sound right here is used in the beginning or in the middle of a sentence, and this sound, which is the pattern, is used at the end of the sentence, at the very end. So it's a double character. I'll show you as we write it out. What I do is I go through the vocabulary, and right now I'm going through the vocabulary. So I'm gonna have some words out there, and then when those double characters come up, I'll show you how to use them. So this is the ka, this is the la, this is the ma, this is the na. You see the double characters. This is the sa, this is the I, this is the pa, this is the tza, this is the kwa, this is the ra, this is the sha, and the ta. No, I kept saying this is the. I don't know what I kept on. Slacky. But that's the sounds. I'll go over them again. This is a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. And this is how it is written in the Assyrian. I'll go over it one more time, and then we'll go straight into the vocabulary. And then I can show you how these double characters are used. And I can show you a couple other things with the ancient as well, so you can get a proper understanding of that as well when it's written. So we'll go over the sound one more time for you guys. I'll give you a couple seconds. Maybe you guys want to look at it. You visually write it out. I'll go ahead. I got patience.
Is that Tawab on the line? I know I made it kind of curved more than usual.
Yeah, that's way off. Oh, like a hieroglyphic. Don't let me start talking. You know what I'm saying? Mighty Rusty Rust too. Something like that. That's the lie. I said, when we start talking, you gotta stay polished on it. That's why it's a good thing we have this class every week, so you can go ahead and go and keep at it, keeping at it. You'll get it down. Yeah, you'll have it in no time. Especially for these up and coming officers in the ISUPK, this is very important for you to understand. Very important for you to learn because you may take over a class and then you may take over a Sabbath service and then you have to read in the Lashawan. And you don't want to be able to like not read it. I was battling with that, you know what I'm saying, before, but now that I teach these classes, it sharpens me up. You know what I'm saying? I teach this class every week. Thankful that the Lord has me here every week doing this work. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't be possible without Him. Most High, thankful. I'm gonna go over the sounds again. Ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. And those are the sounds. This is how it is written in the Assyrian. Like I said, if you do need the chart, go ahead and put it in the comment board. I'll try to get you the chart prompt as possible. If you on Facebook, I'll send it through your via Messenger. If you're on YouTube, leave your email and I'll send it to your email and I'll try to get back to you prompt. So you guys can have the chart in front of you. So when you are writing it, say you're in class and you want the chart, so you can write it and practice writing it at home. You get better, more understanding, more visual. So just go ahead and put in, or follow along. You know what I'm saying? Because we do our best at writing it. We do this every week. My brother Karam Mashak, he's been holding it down with me, and he's getting it. This is gonna be second nature. Lord willing, when the brother gets raised up, the brother come right behind me and be my second and take over this class. You know what I'm saying? So I can have another venture. Maybe the Lord will give me another class that I could work on as well. Because you want to do all aspects. This is the Lord's business. This is our job. So it's like you want to be in every field of this. You know what I'm saying? Keep your game sharp. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you an example of how sharp brother should be. Got that. You should be sharp as this sword right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a Dawada sword. A lot of brothers say a lot of stupid stuff and don't get a proper understanding. They always talking about, this is what you're rocking is the shield of Moloch. And they don't even understand what it is because they haven't been in the Lashawan Qadash. You know where they've been? They've been on the internet. And they've been learning from the internet. And the internet is give you a bunch of garbage. I probably would have thought that back in the end. I was getting high and thinking about the Illuminati and all this crazy stuff. Till I finally got in class and I cleared my mind up and figured out, you know what? That's a Dawada. That's David's name. If you look at this shield, I can't show you because it's not. I can't show you because it's not up right now. If it was in the ancient, I could show you the da and the wa and the da. How if you put the da together, the two das together, you get the Dawada. So don't let people be confused. You're gonna twist it. Go over the sound one more time, then we're gonna erase it, then we're gonna go back into. We're gonna go into the vocabulary. Sound weird, don't it? Okay. This is a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha. Remember, this is a cha. Sounds crazy. Cha. Ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, tza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. And that is how it is written in the Assyrian. Okay, I'm going to take this down. Spend a lot of time on these alphabets. That's 12. Okay, I'm going to take it down right now. And we're going to go into the vocabulary. Finish where I ended off. Slack. Alright, the people that's follow along with the class and try to get edified, man, do that. You keep your sword sharp and your head on the swivel. Okay, we ended on the G's, the English G's vocabulary. Now we're going into the H's. The first word is hair. The word for hair in the Lashawan Qadash is sha'ar. Sha'ar is how you would say hair in the Lashawan Qadash. The next word is hairy. The word for hairy in the Lashawan Qadash is sha'ayar. Sha'ayar is how you say hairy in the Lashawan Qadash. The next word is hand. The word for hand in the Lashawan Qadash is yad. Kind of put you in space in between there. I made it tight for the bottom. I'll get it right next time. Now the brother come up here. He's going to write it out in the ancient, and he's going to write it out in the Assyrian. And I'll give you more understanding of how it's written. 1/3. Got you. I'll send you that chart right now, Trayvon. Let me know if you got it. I sent it to you. No sweat, no sweat. It might be a little easier for you to follow along, especially getting the class following. So, you know, if you need that chart while you're writing it out, or you're at home and you're working on it, no problem. Yada. I know, that's why I said next time I'll write a little tighter.
What?
The first word was hair. The word for hair is sha'ar. Sha'ar is how you would say hair in the Lashawan. This is the sha. This is the I. If you have a chart in front of you, you can see it. This is the I, and this is the ra. And when you see these sounds, this is a singular sound. This makes, when you see something written like this, it looks like an upside down, it's singular. That makes it singular. When you see it like this, that makes it plural. It makes it plural, puts the sounds together. This makes the sound singular right here. So that's why you see, when it's written, you see how I put the dot. When it's written, this is how it was written, sounded out in the English. The sha, and then the I, and the ra, and the r. If you have the chart in front of you, you would understand what I mean. So this is the sha. Okay, another thing. Okay, Salakia. In the English language, we write from left to right. In the Lashawan Qadash, we write from right to left. So it's a total difference. That's why when I sound it out in the English, the brother starts writing from right to left, because this is the sha. Like this is the sha and the I and the ra. This is the sha and the I and the ra right here. But it's the opposite, you know. So when you see it written out in the English, we sound it out. This is hair, and this is how it's pronounced in the Lashawan Qadash. The sha and the shayar. This is how it's written out in the Lashawan Qadash, from right to left. That's the difference. Salakia for me not explaining that in the beginning. Okay, so when you see the sounds, when you see that under a word, that makes the sound singular. So that sounds out the sha. When you see a plural, you put the sounds together. This is the I and the ra. Makes R. So the word is shayar. This is the shy. This is the sha. This is the I, and this is the ra, which makes shayar. The last sound on the end of that sound, which would be this would be the ra. The last sound you would not hear, so it would be just R. So this is the sha, this is the I, and this is the ra, which makes sha'ar. And that's hair. This is how you write it in the ancient. This is how it's written in the Assyrian. The Assyrian is a lot different because the Assyrian does not have the singular and the plurals to it. It's just written out. But what it does have is it has a double character. And as we go on, I'll get into it. This is the sha. If you have the chart in front of you, you have more proper understanding. If you were following along in the beginning of the class and you were writing it out, you would see it. This is the sha. This is the I. And this is the R. The ra, Salakia. So, and this sound makes sha-ar. And that's hair. This is the ancient, and this is the Assyrian. The next word is hairy. The word for hairy is sha'ayar. Sha'ayar. Ayar. Sha'ayar. put together Shayar, Yar, Shayar. Yeah, tell me a little bit. Okay, this is the Shah, which you see that right there makes it singular. This right here, when it's under a word, it makes it singular. Shah. You see how this is the Shah, and then you have the dot in between the I, and then the Ya and the Ra. That Yar, that's how that's put together. This is why you see that sound. That makes it plural. It puts these together. I'll give you an example. See this sound right here? That's singular. That's singular. And that's plural. Because that's the Ya and the Ra put together. If you had the alphabet, this would be the Ra, but since it's put together, it makes this. Can't do that. Makes that sound. You don't hear that Ra. You hear the R. So Sha'ayar puts these sounds together as it did right here. So this is the Sha, this is the I, and this is the Ya and the Ra, which makes Sha'ayar. And that is in the ancient and the Assyrian. This is the Sha, this is the I, this is the Ya, and this is the Ra, which makes Sha'ayar. Yar, Sha'ayar. And that means hairy in the Lashawan. The next word is hand. The word for hand in the Lashawan is yad. Like we do the yad karab. If you've heard that and you've been in the school, the yad karab. Anyway, this is the ya and this is the da, which makes yad. And you're supposed to put these, he didn't put it in there, but I'm going to put them together anyway. That makes it plural. As you can see, that's plural. It puts the sound together, yad. And that is in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is the ya and this is the da, which makes yad. Give you a second if you write it out. Like I said, for hair is shayar. For hair is shayayar. For hand is yad. And this is how you would write the hair. This is how you would write shayar. Shayar in the ancient. This is how you would write shayar in the Assyrian. This is how you would write. This is for hairy. The word hairy is shayayar. This is how you write shayayar in the ancient. This is how you would write shayayar in the Assyrian. The word hand, the word for hand is yad. This is how you would write yad in the ancient, and this is how you would write yad in the Assyrian. I'm going to take that down. Let me know if you guys do have any questions. Not a problem, I will answer them, and if I can, I'll have a man above me answer them. That's the great thing about brotherhood. There's certain things you might not be able to understand, but you got a brother that can understand. But don't be straight out wrong. The next word is happy. The word for happy is Ashar. Ashar is happy in the Lashawan. The next word is hard. The word for hard in the Lashawan is Qadash. Shah. How you say hard. The next word is harlot. I don't know why I did that. That's great. The word for harlot is za wa na. The word for harlot is zawana. Okay, I'm gonna have the trooper come up here and write it out. in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Baruch Shah, Wada. How do you spell ma'am in the ancient? I'm gonna have to go over that and see if I do have the notes. But if I do not have the notes on there, I'm gonna have to get back with you on that. But I am gonna look right now. How do you say ma'am? I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. I don't have that in any of my literature that I have in front of me. So I'm gonna have to get back with you on that one. I'm not too sure if the word ma'am is in the Lashawan, but I'll look. I'll ask the brother above me and I'll get back to you on that. Just stay tuned. I will have the answer for you next time I have class. Sawana ha. Sawana ha. Wait. And for the end, for the ha, is there ha? No. Ha's not a double character. You still use the first character. You said, you know what I'm talking about? It's all right. So now, yeah. That's good. That's it right there. Okay, the word for happy in the Lashawan will be Ashar. This is the A, the Sha, and the Ra. You see how this makes it singular? And this right here makes it sound plural, brings it together. So it brings the Sha and the Ra together, Shar. So this is Ashar. And that's in the ancient. In the Assyrian, this is the A, this is the Sha, and the Ra, the Ashar. Next word is hard. The word for hard is Qasha. This is a Qua. You see how it's singular? He made a singular right here. This is the Sha and the Ha together. Sha. The next word, this is in the ancient, in the Assyrian. This is the Qua. This is the Sha. And this is the Ha. Which makes Qasha. And that is in the Assyrian. The next word is harlot. The word for harlot in the Lashawan, is Zawana. Zawana is how you would say harlot in the Lashawan. This is the Za. This is the Wa. This is the Na. And this is the Ha. You see how the sounds are singular? The Za, Wa, and then the Na and the Ha. You see how these sounds? The Za and the Wa, and then the Na and the Ha is put together, which makes Na. That's how you would say, this is how you would write harlot in the Lashawan, in the ancient. This is the Assyrian. This is the Za. This is the Za in the Assyrian. This is the Wa. This is the Na. You see how the Na has a double character? If you have the chart in front of you, this is a double character. This is the beginning character. Since it's not at the very end, if it was at the very end, you would use the last character. Which is, if you have the chart in front of you, it's the second character. Use the second character at the very end, but since it's not at the end, use the first character. So this is Za, Wa, Na, this is first character, and the Ha. Za, Wa, Na. That's how you would say that. And we write that in the Assyrian. Be a second. I'm going to erase it and go on to the next word. You want to do? You want to keep studying this? You have a chart. Keep working with the chart every week. Keep getting in the class every week. We tend not to be on the same thing right now. I'm going through the vocabulary, and maybe in a couple of weeks I'll go into something else. But right now I'm still working on the vocabulary. Okay, I'm going to erase that. Like I said, the word happy. The word for happy in the Lashawan is Ashar. The word for hard in the Lashawan, Qadash, is Qasha. The word for harlot in the Lashawan, Qadash, is Zawana. That's how you would say harlot in the Lashawan, Qadash. Okay, I'm going to erase that. Yeah, just get you a chart and stay studied up. Get into the class on Friday. We have Lashawan Qadash for classes for all ISUBK. It's Friday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. We have them all over the United States and in some other countries. The next word is harvest. The word for harvest is Qua, Taza, Yar. Qua, Taza, Yar. is how you would say harvest in the Lashawan Qadash. The next word is head. The word for head in the Lashawan Qadash is Ra'ash. The next word is hear / listen. The word is Shema. For hear / listen, the word is Shema. Okay, I'm going to have the trooper come up. He's going to write it out in the ancient and the Assyrian. Is a whore and a harlot the same thing? Con, but they can be used in different texts. There are certain texts where the Lord speaks of a woman being a harlot, and there are certain texts where the Lord speaks of a man being a harlot. But that's dealing with religion. For the man that chooses to be in different things, he was a harlot because he chose different religions. He chose to do different ideologies. So harlot can be used in different terms, but harlot and a whore is very similar, yes. All right. Watch everybody just tuning into the class, get proper understanding. It's very important to get this understanding. This is your heritage. You know what I mean? It has to be the Lord, because ain't nobody forcing you into these classes to get this understanding, get these breakdowns. So understand the Lord is working with you. You might think that you're working with the Lord, but the Lord is working with you. He's giving you the understanding. It's like He was giving me the understanding. It's like giving these brothers and these sisters in this class right now the understanding. So it's good that you're studying and you're trying to get the proper understanding of who you are. It's always a beautiful thing. You know, because we've been lost as a people. We can understand what Wa is before we can understand what the word Yad means, or Quatazayar means. You know, and WAP ain't nothing but abbreviation. But these are our words of our ancestors. Ra'ash. Use your Ra'ash. You know, that's your head. You know, you tell your kids ain't listening to a Shema. It means he ain't listening. You know, these are the words of your ancestors. This is what they use. Don't be afraid to start using them in your everyday terminology. Because believe me, these devils got certain words that we don't even know about. That's why it's good for us to use our heritage. Get an understanding of who you are as a person. A black man, a Hispanic man, a Native American man, West Indies man, Puerto Rican man. You know, we don't want to be nothing like these fakes. And we are the true people of the Bible. We are the Lord's people. And through righteousness, we will reach the kingdom. Listen, Isupk had to break you back down. Start from the basics. We are not the same people. Die to that person you were before. The word for a harvest in the Lashawan Qadash is Qadash. Qadash. This is the Qua. This is the Tzah. This is the Ya and the Ra. You see how these are singular? You see those under is singular. Like I said, the singular just makes it plural, puts the sounds together. The Ya and the Ra was put together makes Yar. Quat is a Yar. That's how you would say harvest. How's your Quat is a Yar? That's your harvest. This is the Qua. This is the Tzah. If you have the chart in front of you, you can follow along. This is the Ya, and this is the Ra. Well, you see this put together, it makes Yar. What is a Yar? This is the Qua. This is the first this is the first character of the Tzah. If you have the chart in front of you, this is the first character because it's not used at the end. If it was used at the end, it would be the last character that you see on the chart, on your chart in front of you. So this is the Qua, this is the Tzah, the first character of it. This is the Ya, and this is the Ra, which makes Qua to the Yar. That's how you say harvest in the Lashawan, in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Next word is head, Ra'ash. This is the Ra. You see how that's singular, the Ra, and then you have the Ah, and you have the Shah together, which makes it Ra'ash. That makes Ash, Ra'ash. This is how you would say head, and the Lashawan Qadash, and this is how you would write it in the in the ancient. This is the ancient, the Assyrian right here. This is the Ra. This is the Ah. And this is the Shah. This is Ra'ash. That's how you would write that in the Assyrian. The next word is hear/listen. The word for hear/listen is Shema. This is the Shah. This is the Ma. This is the Ah. Shema. See how the sounds are singular? You see how the Shah is written with the dot and then the Ma. Shema. That's how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. This is the Shah. This is the first character of the Ma. Since it's not used at the end, you don't use the end character. The second character would be used at the end. But since this is the first, it's not at the end. This is the first character of the Ma. This is how you would Shah, Ma, I. Shema. That's how you would spell. This is how you would write Shema in the Assyrian. Like I said, the word for harvest is Qadash. That's how you would say harvest in the Lashawan. The next word would be head. The word for head is Ra'ash. Ra'ash is head in the Lashawan. The next word would be hear/listen. The word for hear/listen is Shema. And this is how you write Qadash in the ancient. This is how you write Qadash in the Assyrian. This is how you would write head Ra'ash in the ancient. This is how you would write head Ra'ash in the Assyrian. The hear/listen is Shemai. This is how you would write Shemai in the ancient. This is how you would write Shemai in the Assyrian. You just have to follow the steps on the sounds, right? You can see the qua, tza, yar, and how you can see the singular, plurals. Understand when you see these under, you can see the singular on the sound. If you have the chart in front of you, it makes it a lot easier. That's why I always tell people to make sure that you do have the chart, so it makes it a lot easier and it's convenient to you. Unless you write it out in the beginning, because all the time I always write out the alphabets in the beginning of my class, so you can get a proper understanding of the sounds. That's the best time to write it out. That's why I should, if you're catching the class in the middle of the class, the water for you even participating, what you want to do is, if you want to, get into the alphabets and get the sounds out, rewind it at the end of the class. Right now I'm live. Go to the beginning of the class and just to go ahead and write down the alphabets. So it makes it a lot easier for you to follow along. Or if you don't want to do that and you need a chart, go ahead and put, just let me know and I can give you a chart. It's not a problem for you to get a chart. I can send you, if you're on Facebook, I can send you a chart via Messenger. If you are on YouTube, I can send you a chart via email. Just put your email in there and I'll send you a chart promptly. So next time you're in class, you can follow along and have a little more of an understanding. Okay. The next word is heart. The word for heart is la. The next word is heat/hot. The word for heat/hot is kam. Oh, that's true salaki. I don't know where I got that. Kam. Word is kam. The next word is heaven. The word for heaven is Shamayam. Shamayam is how you would say heaven in the Lashawan Qadash. The word heart is la. Heat/hot is kam. The word heaven is Shamayam in the Lashawan. I'm going to have the trooper come up here and he's going to write it out for you in the ancient and in the Assyrian. Oh, Salaki, sorry. Oh, no, you got, I think you got a marker on this. Yeah, I'm going to look on the eraser. Oh. can't see the top, and we can't see the top. As far as what are you missing? Oh, you spell. Love it. Trying to go through some itinerary, see if I have that word. Oh, you did? Sorry. The word heart. The word for heart in Lashawan Qadash is la. This is the la and ba, which makes la. See how it makes? This is a singular. When you see that under a word that's singular, when you see that, when you see that under a word that's singular, when you see that under a word that's plural, it brings the sounds together. So that's love. That's la. This is how it would be written in the ancient. And in the Assyrian, this is the la, and this is the ba. That will make la in the Assyrian. Next word is heat / hot, which would be kham. Kham. This is the ka, and this is the ma. You see how the sounds are put together? which makes come. And that's how you would write that in the ancient. And this is the Assyrian. This is how it would be written in the Assyrian. This is the Cha, and this is the second character of the Ma. The second character of the Ma, this is at the end. Because it's at the end, this is why you would use the second character. This Ma was used at the end. That's why you use the second character. If you have a chart in front, you can see how the second character will be used because it's at the end. The next word is heaven, Shamayam. The word, this is how you would write heaven, which is Shamayam, and the Lashawan in the ancient. This is the Sha, this is the Ma, see how they're singular? Sha, Ma, and then you see the Ya and the Ma put together, which will make Yam, because it's plural. You see that? And when the ancient is written, you're always going to see those signs, the singular or the plural sound. What lets you know this sound is singular. This will be the Sha, this will be the Ma, and this will be the Ya and the Ma, which are put together will make Yam. That's how you will write it in the ancient. And in the Assyrian, the word for heaven is Shamayam. This is the Sha. This is the Ma. This is the beginning character of the Ma. You have the chart in front, you can see it's the beginning character of the Ma. This is the Ya and the Ma. This is the second character of the Ma because it was written at the end of the sentence. You have the chart in front of you, that the second character is used at the end of the sentence. I said the word for a heart in the Lashawan would be La. And this is how you would write Lab in the ancient. This is how you would write Lab in the Assyrian. The word for heat / hot is Kham. Kham. This is how you would write Kham in the ancient. This is how you would write Kham in the Assyrian. The word for heaven is Shamayam. Shamayam. This is how you would write Shamayam in the ancient. This is how you would write Shamayam in the Assyrian. Next word would be heavy. The word for heavy in the Lashawan would be kabad. Kabad would be heavy in the Lashawan. The next word is Hebrew. The word for Hebrew in the Lashawan is Ibar Ya. That's how you would write Hebrew. Oh, Slaki, Habawa. Slaki. I don't know how to write. Ibar Ya. Ibar Ya is how you would say Hebrew in the Lashawan. The word Hebrite the word for Hebrite is Ibar Ya. Ibar Ya. Okay, I'm gonna have the trooper come up here. He's gonna write it out. Okay, the word heavy is kabad in the Lashawan, and how it's written in the ancient is ka. This is ka ba da. A ka singular, the ba and the da put together makes ba kabad. The word heavy is kabad. This is how it's written in the Assyrian. This is the ka, this is the ba, and this is the da. Kabad. Ka. Kabad. The next word is Hebrew. It is I bar yath. That's how you would say Hebrew in the Lashawan Qadash. This is the I. See how it's singular? In the bar and the ra put together, I bar. And in the ya and the ta put together, yath. I bar yath. That's how you would say Hebrew in the Lashawan. And this is how you would write it in the ancient. This is how you would write it in the Assyrian. This is the I bar, the I ba, R, ya, ta. I bar ya. The next word is Hebrite. Hebrite. This is how you would write. And the word for Hebrite is I bar ya. I bar ya. This is an I. See how it's singular? This is the bar and the ra put together. The ba and the ra put together makes bar. I bar. This is the ya. See how it's singular? I bar ya. That's how you would write it in the ancient. And in the Assyrian, this is I, the ba, the ra, and the ya. I bar ya. Again, the word for heavy is kabad. Kabad. And how you would write it, this is how you would write it in the ancient. The word kabad, this is how you would write it in the Assyrian. The word kabad again means heavy. The next word is Hebrew. Hebrew is I bar yath. The word for I bar yath in the ancient, this is how it's written in the ancient Salaki. I bar yath means Hebrew. And this is how it's written in the ancient. This is how Hebrew, the word I bar yath, is written in the Assyrian. The next word is Hebrite. The word for Hebrite is I bar ya. I bar ya. And how it's written, this is how it's written in the ancient. And this is how the word Hebrite, which is I bar ya, is written in the Assyrian. Like I said, these classes are very important because this is, if you are of the 12 tribes of Israel, this is your heritage. This is the language written from your people, your ancestors, our forefathers, our foremothers. This is what they came over and they wrote. This is what they wrote, and this is what they spoke in. before the oppressors stripped them of their heritage. So it's very intuitive for us to go ahead and get our heritage back, because we are taking our kingdom back. As you can see, if you are in the Isupk and you are of the 12 tribes, you see what we're doing. We're working our people up. We're trying to get everybody educated and informed on who they are so they can stop just thinking that they are these bywords that America has taught them to be and see that they're more than that. Because I'm from the tribe of Judah. I got a brother from the tribe of Issachar in here. I got a brother from the tribe of Gad in here. Before the Isupk, they probably they would have never knew this. That's why it's good to get in these classes, get very informed about who you are. Like I said, we have classes from Tuesday to Saturday. Our classes from Tuesday to Friday are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Our Sabbath service starts from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. So getting these classes, getting informed. I'm Officer Kapar, and I'm about to end my class. Shalom, Yahweh, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Barakathum to the brothers, Yahweh Shamar Ilatah Bahashem, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. Hey, Shalom.